Hi traders, this is David from WayTrader. Today I want to show you a trade I'm currently in on the GbpChf. It's a short trade, and I took this trade yesterday on Monday the 27th of January, and this is where I currently am, and I just want to walk you through the process and how I got into this trade. So going to the monthly chart, let's have a look at what the GBP is saying, and I'll just do the calculations and make it easy for us to see. There we go. Okay, so what do we see here? Well, we see that price peaked and gave us an inverted hammer here, and currently this is the second month where we have a bearish situation. Okay, um, how far this trend is going to go is a matter of conjecture, but I am assuming that the market will respect this area of support right here. Okay, and you can see that we are getting close to that area right now. MACD is actually close to the waterline, but it appears to have given us a sort of a cross. Okay? This is a golden cross, but because it's hovering along the waterline, there is no defined trend on MACD. However, if we look closely at what's going on here on the monthly chart, you can see that we are in a steady decline. So okay, so we are kind of in a downtrend, all right. And with this inverted hammer here, usually a hammer at the end of a run like so means that the market is set to change direction. So we might be considering the possibility of the GbpChf going down for some time on the monthly chart actually. But let's go to the weekly chart and see what we see. So on the weekly chart, this is what's been going on, and you can see that on the weekly chart, this is what has happened. We've had a bullish Elliott wave completed here. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5, or 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, so now what do we have here? We have MACD cross here, a dead cross, and so far, even though it hasn't crossed, the EMAs haven't crossed, but you can see that it's beginning to look like it might want to cross. All right. However, even though we have all these entry signals, I am still a little bit leery of this area of support because it's been pretty stable. So we don't know what that will do for the GbpChf, okay? But we can play around on small time trades, and which is what I did for now. Right. So going down to the daily chart, this is what's going on the daily chart. On the daily chart, progressively for the past 4 days, we've had a bearish situation. So it makes sense to think of looking for short-term short trades, at least to this area here. Okay. When we get to this area here, then we will know if the market has plans to keep going lower, or if it plans to give us a sort of reversal. So let's go down to the 4-hour chart, and I took this trade on the 4-hour chart, and I took this trade based on the EMA cross here. You can see here we had a valid wave top situation, which was presaged by negative divergence. And like I always tell you, whenever you see negative or positive divergence, usually there's a wave top situation or a wave bottom situation that is getting set to occur. Now, it's not 100%, but it happens fairly often. I would say about 95 to 97% of the time. So you would do well to learn to recognize these two patterns, like negative and positive divergence, and the wave top and wave bottom as well. Anyway, we had the wave top situation here, and so yesterday I was actually waiting for this move to complete and get to the 62% retracement of this move, because you see we had a wave bottom situation here, and it looked like a very strong wave bottom situation, meaning first wave, second wave, third wave. So as at Monday, I was waiting for the fourth wave to consummate, then I could trade the fifth wave. Okay, but now when I saw this EMA cross yesterday, well, I wasn't so sure if it was going to go too low, but I decided to just take this trade. And you can see that I took this trade here on this green candle here. I entered the trade there, and my patience was rewarded, and I'm currently in profit. Okay, initially I went in with a micro lot, and then I think an hour or so later I now took in one standard lot. Okay, so my profit targets are here, and this is how I plotted my APAC. And you can see, so I took I actually placed my profit target just shy of the number 2 points, and this is because I'm just cognizant of the fact that the market has an area of support to get to and possibly surmount. So I'm okay with just a few pips shy of the second target. Okay, but the reason why I was confident to get into this trade was I saw that we had an EMA cross, which was signified by this red arrow here, and then we had a death cross on the MACD as well. So, and we also had our wave top situation. These three parameters are what is required for the wave trader system. And because this was the 4-hour chart, I was confident of getting something. Okay, now I wasn't so sure if it was going to get to the second target, but even if it had gotten to the first target, which it did, from there to where I got into the trade would have been 60 pips. So you can see that trading on the 4-hour chart has a lot of advantages, because even short-term moves can give you reasonable rewards. So I'm just going to go to the 1-hour chart so you can see clearly what happened there. Now, if you are fairly new to the wave trader system, my recommendation is to trade on the 1-hour chart so you can get into trades and out within a day. All right, but you will still have to do your top-down analysis and then take your entries from the 1 hour, possibly 30 minutes and even 15 minutes. So you can see here on the 1-hour chart, our negative divergence is a little bit more clearer. Okay, so now you can see that the negative divergence is very clear. All right, and so that pushed the market down here. Now this peak here, if you had come into this market as at the time the market was probably in this region, what you would have done to enter this trade there would have been to take the retracement from the top there to this lower level, and you can see that the price nearly got to the 62%. So I'm going to assume that it got as close as the 55, possibly definitely the 50%. So this is why even if you see a trend and you are not able to get in immediately, it's okay. You can actually wait for these retracements. And I have a lot of my videos talking about this, so I'm not going to talk about that too much here. Just watch the past videos. And if you are new to the system or you are new to trading and you're a bit confused about the videos, please, on the YouTube channel, go to the playlist. Okay, go to the section called the playlist, and there you will see how I categorize the videos, so you can actually learn based on your own level of experience. If you are a beginner, I have videos for you. If you are intermediate, I have videos for you. And if you are already an advanced or professional trader, I believe that these trade recaps are going to help you a lot. Anyway, so you can see here where I got into the market. Okay, but I got in I actually entered on the 4-hour chart, and the market meandered a while for some hours. Okay, and then eventually punched down. So I've left my profit targets here, and you can see that my stop is still in place, and I'm just going to move that there right now just to protect my initial capital. This ensures that even the market decides to spike up against me, I may not make much, but at least I will not lose anything. So that's my take on the GbpChf currency pair, and I'm actually waiting to see what's going to happen after the market gets to this level. I anticipate, even if the market intends to go lower, I anticipate that there will be a sort of retracement, and if that happens, I will wait patiently to trade the retracement to the downside. And if that doesn't happen and I get a wave bottom situation here, something like this, and I get an EMA cross, golden cross, and then a MACD golden cross, then I will place a trade to the upside as well, because the GBP CHF and all the other GBP pairs right now, my bias for them in the long run is actually bullish. So that is my own bias. It may not be yours, but for me that's what I've been thinking, because if you look at it from the monthly perspective on the GBP USD, it looks like what we have here is just a temporary downtrend. Okay, of course that could go on for probably a month, we don't know, but as long as you're able to identify the wave tops and the wave bottom situations, especially on the 4-hour chart, you should have no issues with taking short-term trades. So I hope that this video was instructional for you, and as always, I wish you happy trading and have a nice day. Thank you very much.